What's up, guys? It is Sean or Mustang 09 bringing you a new video, and today you can tell the Mustang is on its drag setup, and it is still wintertime, so we're not heading to the track, but we are doing a little bit of winter prep for next year's, or I should say this year's, drag racing season. I recently purchased some Viking performance shocks. I got them from my buddy John over at Race Ready Motorsports, and I think I've shown you guys these in the videos before, but they're right here. Let me go to over here. Here we go. So these are the Viking Crusader performance shocks from Viking Performance. They have the adjustability for the compression and the rebound right there. Super easy adjustment. But these bad boys are going on the car today. I couldn't be more excited about it. We're gonna be throwing them on. It's gonna be great. Before I go ahead and throw those, oh, squeaky foot. Before I go ahead and throw those Viking Crusader shocks on, I want to show you guys what this car is like with the current setup. If you've seen my past videos, then you've seen my time at the track where the rear end, it squats down really hard and then it likes to bounce right back up. That's because I have the airlift system on this Mustang. So we're gonna be pairing airlift suspension with Viking Performance shocks. I'm not sure how many people have done it, but I'm gonna give it a shot. The rear ones on these, they have some adjustability to them. They're just single adjustable, but they're not doing the job. So I'm gonna remove those and put the other ones in, obviously. But what I wanna do is I wanna go show you a comparison before and after. So we're gonna head out right now. We're gonna go make a hit, and I'll show you guys a video from the side, and I'll also make a second hit and show you guys a video from the rear, just so you can see how much it does compress and bounce back up with this setup, and it'll show you the performance aspect of the Crusaders afterwards. And we'll also, in between that, show you the install, obviously. It's super simple. But for now, let's go make a hit real quick. Alrighty guys, we made it to a little industrial area, and I do want to be clear, I'm not making like a full hit here. I just want to show you what it's like when I get off the line and the car squats and then it jumps back up. So I'm going to try and make two of those quick hits here and show you one from the side again and one from the rear, so you guys can get an idea of how much movement it has with the stock airlift system. And then when we swap in the Crusader stuff, you'll be able to tell the difference. Unfortunately, it's more of like a burnout on this road because it's asphalt and it's not actual concrete, but that should give you an idea, and we'll come back to the same spot and do it with the Crusaders. Back inside the garage, those hits went okay. What I was trying to say out there is that road's not really made of concrete, it's just blacktop or asphalt, so I'm not gonna get the best traction. One, because of that, and two, because it's like 40 degrees outside right now. I didn't really want to do a burnout and waste the tire. I really just wanted to show you guys it squat, rise back up, and hopefully that does justice. If it doesn't, then I will insert a clip of it at the drag strip where it has actual grip and prep, and it brings that back end down and jumps back up. So alrighty, so right now we've got to raise the rear of the car up, and we're gonna swap out those shocks right now. Super simple install. If you haven't seen this done before, there's a ton of videos online, so I'm not gonna go into super great detail on the tools and everything you need. I think it's like 15mm sockets and stuff, but other than that, we're gonna jump up underneath there and knock it out real quick. That is the worst noise in the world, a floor jack rolling on concrete. It does help to remove the rear wheels and tires first, so we're gonna do that now. If you guys see the quality of the shots change, just know that I'm gonna throw this GoPro right here on top of my head. It's a little bit easier to see under the car with the wider lens of this than putting my big old camera underneath the car. So we're going to throw this on real quick and get back to work. So I took the rear wheels and tires off just to clearly show you guys what we're replacing. We're gonna be replacing this here with those Viking Crusaders. So we have a bolt down here. We'll have to lower the rear sway bar to gain access to, and then we'll go into the trunk and remove the top bolt or the top nut from there, and that will release our rear shock. Just to show you guys real quick, I have the floor jack supporting the rear end so that when I lower the sway bar, the rear end doesn't come down any further. It's supported here. Okay, have to break it loose first. Apparently that's on there really strong. Let's see if we can't get it off. Let's go this way. I don't like that idea. There we go. Now we will let the impact do the rest of the work. Get over here. Keep these together. We'll go to the other side now. Do the same thing. Okay. Now this is gonna come loose when I pull this bolt out, giving us access to the other side of the shock bolts. All these are 15 mils, I believe. Let me try this one. 15 mil. I will say this Ryobi, it's okay, but it doesn't have a whole lot of power. So I do have to break most things loose by hand, and then I can zap it off with this the rest of the way. Just a heads up, buyer beware kind of thing. My quick review on it. And I don't remember if I need to test and see if I need to bring the bag up a little bit. So lowering the rear bag pressure definitely made that bolt a little easier to come out. So I'm thinking that's gonna help overall. There we go. So it's free. Now we gotta go, same thing on the other side. Much easier. There we go. Now we gotta move. Well, my GoPro frisked out on me there for a little bit. So we have both of the rear shocks out from the airlift setup. I need to put the hardware that we took off on these. Now we can go and assemble the Crusaders and get those installed. Alrighty guys, we're gonna reinstall these. I'm gonna mount it in the bottom first, and that way I have the car to hold it in place while I screw the top nut on. I don't have a second set of hands. I'm here by myself today, so the help I can get from the car will be much needed. Here we go, there's a better perspective for you guys. Then I will need to torque that down to spec, and that'll be in. Now we'll stretch it through and put it on the top there. Rubber bushing goes on, metal cap. Then they give you two size nuts. I'm gonna use the larger nut to hold it in and the top one to lock the other nut down. Go ahead and tighten that with another wrench, and then we'll do the other side. There you have it, guys. There's the finished install of the Viking Crusader shocks on my Mustang. Got them on both sides there, looking really, really good. Now let's go take them for one more test hit and see if we see a difference. I'm laying down on the ground here so I can get you guys that shot underneath the car. But that install took all of 30 minutes, super simple. They were all 15 millimeter sockets. The lower bolts came out on the shocks real easy. Then you have the nut in the trunk, and you just have to drop the sway bar so you gain access to that lower shock bolt first. Other than that, all simple stuff. So let's go see if we can notice a difference on the street. I'm worried we might not because of how cold it is. There's no traction really, and it's not prepped like the track would be. But I'm gonna give it my best shot, and if we don't see a difference here, we'll just have to wait until we head back to the track, and I will, on my next drag racing video, do a comparison video from my before experience at the track to now with these Crusaders. So, and we've got to find out the adjustability to them and all that. So lots and lots to learn. So let's go give it a rip. Let's give it a little rolling shakedown hit. Here we go. Feels good. Alrighty boys, back at the same spot. I'm gonna put the camera back in close to the same spots that it was before, and we'll go back to the house and see if we can get a comparison and see if we see the difference. All right, boys, so I'm editing the comparison video now, and it's kind of inconclusive. The testing surface that I used was an asphalt road. It's cold outside, and so there's not a whole lot you can do as far as traction is concerned. So it's really just kind of like a burnout. So it didn't really show very much. I'm gonna keep it in the video as you saw, but the next time I go to the drag strip, I'll be sure to do an outside view of the car when it's squatting and leaving the line. And obviously, you gotta give me time to get the compression and rebound adjustments right on my car. These are brand new to me. I don't know anybody else running them with an airlift setup, so there's not a lot of advice out there. So it's gonna be a lot of testing and tuning and getting the car ready for the track and making sure that it's gripping and doing well. But that's the end of this video. I want to thank you guys so much for watching. If you have any questions on my setup, leave that down in the comments below. And if you liked the video, make sure you give it a thumbs up. If you haven't already, hit that subscribe button. I'm on a goal. I'm on a mission to get to 10,000 subscribers, and I'm pretty close, and I can only do it with you guys' help. So hit that sub button and that bell notification so you know when my videos go live. It's been Sean or Mustang 09. I want to say thanks again for watching, and we'll catch you boys back here next time. Peace. Thank you.